Hey guys, what's up? George here, aka T-WreckSs, bringing you another Raid Shadow Legends video, and today we are doing the third and final installment in the Masteries trilogy. We are going to be talking about the support tree. We're going to go down them the same as we did with offense and defense. If you haven't seen them, they will be linked one after the other in the corner right now. We are going to jump in. Obviously, as I said in the previous videos, you can only open 2 trees per character, and you can have 1, 3, 3, 3, 3, and 1 mastery from the different tiers of mastery, which is the levels from top to bottom. Let's go in. We're going to look at the top left is extra 810 max HP points, so 810 more health points. You then have plus 10 on the accuracy. This is where you will normally go if it's someone who has a buff or debuff chance, mainly debuff chance. You will go down the accuracy tree. Next line down, we have Lay on Hands. Increases the value of heals this champion casts by 5%. So if they're a healer, their heals will be worth 5% more. Shield Bearer increases the value of shield buffs this champion casts by 5%. The same, but for someone who throws that shield, for example, Zealotar, Miscreated Monster, they have shields that they put out. They'll put out an extra 5% on their shields. You have Exalt in Death, which heals this champion by 10% of their max HP the first time an enemy is killed each round. This is very nice if you have someone who is, you know, farmer, for example, a campaign farmer. They'll heal themselves by 10% HP every wave that they kill someone. And then you have increases accuracy by 20 when this champion has no skills on cooldown, so you get extra accuracy. Obviously, the first go of every time that you have nothing on cooldown. So the first start of the very first wave, you'll have an extra 20% accuracy, and then when your things come back round, you'll have another 20. And then we have Healing Savior. Increases the amount of healing and the value of shield buffs placed by this champion by 10% if the target ally has 40% HP or less. So if they're less than 40% HP, they will get an extra 10% heal or an extra 10% shield, or both if your person is someone who heals and shields at the same time. We then have Rapid Response, a 30% chance of increasing turn meter by 10% when a buff cast by this champion is removed or expires. So if they have put up, say, an increased attack buff and it expires, they have a 30% chance of getting 10% of their turn meter back, which gets them then to put that buff back up much sooner. We have Swarm Smiter, increases accuracy by 4 for each enemy alive, stacks up to 16, so that's another accuracy, which means if you came down this way, you would get extra accuracy, and more accuracy, which is definitely good later game. We then have Arcanecelerity, has a 30% chance of increasing the turn meter by 10% when a debuff cast by this champion is removed or expires. So it's the complete opposite to Rapid Response. It's if a debuff expires, they'll get a chance to get 10% turn meter, so again they'll get to put that debuff back on sooner. Merciful Aid is the next one down. Increases the amount of healing and value of shield buffs placed by this champion by 15% if their target ally is Stun, Sleep, Fear, True Fear, or Freeze debuffs. So if you have someone who is stunned and you have a healer who is going to heal and you come down this way, you're going to get extra heal there. You're then going to get extra heal there, and you are then going to get even more extra heal right there by 15%. We have Cycle of Magic, has a 5% chance of decreasing the cooldown of a random skill by 1 turn at the start of every turn. So this is good for your heavy hitters if you want them to get their big hitting skill cooldown quicker. You want to use it again. This has a 5%, very small, but does make a difference, chance of decreasing that cooldown. That's one we just did. We then have Law of Steel, increases the base stat set bonuses of all artifact sets that increase base stats by 15%. This is multiplicative, not additive. So, for examples, attack, defense, speed, and crit rate, and I believe crit damage, but don't quote me on that, are all affected by this, and they get increased by 15%. If you have divine artifacts on, the base stat, so divine offense will do the attack, divine speed will do the speed, but it will not do the shield. So you'll get extra base stats essentially from things like speed, mainly used for speed as far as I'm aware. You then have Evil Eye, which decreases your enemy target's turn meter when this champion hits them with a default skill for the first time, 20% for single targets or 5% with AoE. Once per target. So this guy, when you come in, you hit someone for the first time, their turn meter will be reduced. We then have Lasting Gifts, 30% chance to extend the duration of any buff cast by this champion. Unfortunately, it will not extend block damage, unkillable, or revive on death. But let's say you had this on an apothecary, you have a 30% chance of extending his speed buff when he first casts that to a champion. We then have Spirit Haste, which increases speed by 8 for each dead ally and stacks up to 24. This is quite good for speed clearing when you're farming the campaign, because obviously your food dies and you get extra 8 speed for all 3 of the food champions. We have Sniper, increases the chance of placing any debuff from skills or artifacts by 5%, but doesn't help you to place Stun, Sleep, Fear, Freeze, True Fear or Provoke, but it would increase other debuffs such as decreased defense and things like that, or other things you can get from artifacts. You get extra chance to place that. We then have Master Hexer, which gives you a chance to extend the duration of any debuff cast by the champion. Again, will not extend those specific buffs, and plus bomb will not extend the bomb, but you would have a chance to extend decreased defense, decreased attack, decreased accuracy and things and the such. Also very, very, very good. And then along the bottom row, not very often used on the support tree unless you're going for someone purely on accuracy, but you have Elixir of Life, which gives you 3,000 extra max health points. You have Timely Intervention, increases this champion's turn meter by 20% whenever an ally hero drops below 25%. Now this could actually be incredibly useful on a healing champion. If your ally drops below 25% and this kicks in and you get 20% turn meter on that heal, you may just have that healing champion jump in and heal this person before they die. So this can be very, very good for a healing champion. We have Oppressor, increases the turn meter fill rate by 2.5% for each active debuff cast by the champion, stacks up to 10%, so their turn meter will fill quicker. For someone who lays a lot of debuffs, they'll get their turn meter filled a lot quicker. I haven't really seen this used and I haven't used this myself yet, but I'm sure there is places for it. And then we have Eagle Eye, which gives you an extra 50 accuracy. So most people will come down the accuracy if they're using the support tree. I'll show you an example of the support tree being used here on Scarred Tortoise. I went with accuracy into Exalt in Death, and then I came down to Lasting Gifts because I wanted to extend his increased attack and increased crit rate whenever I could. If you haven't seen my Scarred Tortoise video, it's up in the corner. Or another example, a very, very different way of using it. On my clan boss Steel Skull, I gave him extra health, and then I came down the left hand side to give his heals and a lot more percentage of healing. So he heals a lot more here into Lasting Gifts, which lets him potentially increase his increased defense buff that he casts. And then I just came down here to get to here so that he has a higher chance to place his poisons and gets more from his gear, and then a little bit more accuracy and a heal here because I use him in clan boss, but mainly down this side so that he can heal more in the clan boss. Obviously we did the offense tree before, so that's what I did down there for Steel Skull. Very different way. Obviously I love that you guys are building them however you want. Don't forget to leave a comment down below with ideas you've had of how certain masteries can be used. If you enjoyed the video, please like it, subscribe to the channel. 50% of people watching these videos are now subscribed, which is absolutely fantastic. It really makes it worth it for me that I know you guys are enjoying the videos. Pop over to channel 13 in game if you want to chat. I'm there most days, on and off throughout the day, and I will see you in the next video. Don't forget, get online and get wrecking.